You got a Netflix? Is it Netflix?
Have you heard of it? Yeah, it's Netflix.
Netflix?
It's one of the 48 streaming services available today to consumers, but it's one of the good ones.
That's huge. You know, I mean, you've done the Tonight Show. You've done you got a Netflix special. I mean, what's next?
A nap. I don't know, like
exactly. Vacation. Yeah, a little time, a little downtime. Yeah.
I would love a vacation. I haven't had one in years. I am very happy with what happened this year, Tonight Show, Netflix. If I have a radio voice, like maybe I'll work at a local radio station.
But you can always fall
after
back
this,
on that.
if they'll have me. Yeah, like I want to fall back on that.
Yeah.
So I'll send you my resume after we hang up. But
that's a great backup plan.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful backup.
It's my only backup because I truly have no skills. I have little to no skills. I can crack a joke and my voice is cool.
Yeah.
So where does that put me?
Well, you got a Netflix special and you've been on the Tonight Show, so I think it's gotten you quite a ways, wouldn't you say? I mean, you're a beautiful Asian woman. Can I say that?
You may, because that is objectively true.
Right.
So yeah, you can say that. Those are just it's in my bio.
It's not me objectifying you. It is objectively true. You look at you and you're a beautiful Asian woman. So that had to do I mean, don't you think that's a little bit of an advantage? Like, I'm an ugly white dude. I ain't getting nowhere.
I'm going to be honest. I know what industry I'm in. I can't say it did nothing.
Yeah.
I'm sure it had something to do. Like, just me, I think me being an Asian woman alone, like, pique some interest of like, oh, different perspective, something different. Yeah. I think that's definitely a part of it. I hope it's not the only reason, but ironically, the stand-ups I loved growing up were all, angry straight white men, and
like Don Rickles.
I loved them.
Were you a Don Rickles fan?
I was. He was a tad before my time, but like hilarious. I love that energy.
Yeah.
Like, I just love
Adam Sandler.
Love Adam Sandler.
So who's your big influence? Who would you say that you really got into?
I grew up loving Jim Gaffigan, Mitch Hedberg, for their style and just they make me so happy and warm and cozy.
Yeah, I'm a huge Hedberg fan.
I mean, he's so magical. Amazing. And then I love Sebastian Maniscalco, Bill Burr. An angry man complaining about his family for some reason really touched me as a young Chinese girl studying in my room. I was like, I love these guys. I don't know where it came from, but it is an interesting, it's an interesting point. You are correct in that I am an Asian female, so there's no arguing with that. Yeah. And I can't pinpoint exactly.
I think I said you were a beautiful Asian female. I think is what I said.
Oh my gosh! Thank you so much for correcting me.
Yeah,
I am a very beautiful Asian woman.
Yeah, let's get it. Let's state the facts.
That's the only time I'll let a man correct me.
Leslie, I'm not trying to mansplain. Let's just state the facts. You're beautiful.
Please mansplain my beauty to me. Yes, mansplain my beauty to me because I always need a reminder.
Well, I'm glad you're a beautiful Asian woman.
It is fun. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. And I hope you enjoy being a white man. I hope it's treating you well.
Well, white men are we're the target these days. I mean, what do you do about that? We're getting
it's been a year. It's been a couple years for you guys. And you know what? Knowing you'll recover. You guys.
I think we'll be okay.
You're scrappy. You'll figure something out.
It's the attack on the white man. That's what's going on, Leslie. All right, you joined in the crusade.
Oh man,
you said you were basically raised white. Why aren't you on our side?
I mean, I think that's why I support you all, because I grew up in Orange County.
Yeah,
and I just felt so comfortable there. I always struggled to fit in to a degree, but I just accepted that this is my home. All these white people are my family, and I go to bonfires, and this is what I do.
So did this voice, because, I mean, I don't hear a tinge of Asian anything in there,
I won't make you do an impression of what you think Asian sounds like. I won't make you do it.
Hey,
you can do it when we're not recording.
Look, all I'm going to say is, look, I'm just going to say this. All I'm going to say is, I dated an Asian woman once, and she could only call me Rio. I have no idea. You know, my real name's Leo.
Wait, what did she call you?
Rio.
Oh, you know what my Instagram name is, right?
No, what is it?
It's literally my name, but with R's. It's Resri Rial. You don't even know. You can look it up. Resri Rial. And every time I get interviewed, no one will say it. Yeah. They go, can you please say your Instagram handle? I will not be saying this on live television. So
I'm glad you can have fun with it. That's awesome, right?
I'm having fun with it because a dear friend in college, a white man, who he just one day looked at me and goes, "Oh my God, you're Resri. You're Resri Rial. Did you know that?" And I was like, "Oh my, I have to own that. I have to trademark that."
That's awesome.
And I love it.
Well, it's good you can have fun. You can poke fun at that. And, you know, that's what comedy's all about, right? I mean, that's a beautiful thing. You can get up there. You can make fun of yourself. You can lovingly make fun of others. Lovingly make fun of others.
Yeah, I do like to lovingly make fun of others. Sure. That's how I show the love.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And you mentioned being influenced by these angry white guys. I don't see that in your act, but I really haven't seen enough of your material, but I certainly didn't see it on the Fallon stuff.
It's interesting you say that with Fallon, because in a normal show in LA where I live and just do tiny sets all over the town. Yeah. I tend to be like, yeah, the little shows, little 10-minute, 15-minute sets.
Get stage time. Yes. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah.
I feel you. But anyway, go ahead.
You know, like the sets I do normally when I'm not on Fallon, I tend to be very like it has angry tone to it.
Really?
For Fallon, it's interesting you say that, because that was not the normal Leslie. I was so happy that day that it just all translated in the set. Like, I just couldn't believe I was there.
I could see.
So I think,
I'm sorry.
You know?
No, I could see you moving in it. You know what I mean? Like, I could tell that you were reading it, and I was like, this looks. I mean, how long have you been doing this? Because you're in your 30s. You look like you've been doing it for 30 years.
I mean, I consider that a thank you. I've only been in it for about 7 years, wow. And you know, I think it's because I thought I started comedy late at age 29, because for all the greats that I know, they all went to open mics in preschool. They all were like, I've been at this for 45 years before. And I'm like, so I always grew up.
They finally got their
assuming
break.
That. Yeah. Exactly. Like, it will take 25 years to even get on the Tonight Show. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I was like, if I'm starting at 29, you better hustle, Resri. Like, you better go hard in the paint and don't waste time. If you want to catch up to Bill Burr or whoever, you need to. I got really aggressive with my schedule, my regimen, my writing, all that stuff. So, so being on this Tonight Show was so rad. I couldn't believe it. Like, all day, to this day, I can't believe it. I did it. I was so happy that day. So I think what people saw was me smiling like a doofus because I was so psyched.
Well, I was
just even standing there.
I got to ask you this. I've been on stages since I was, I don't know, 5, 6 years old. And I still get I still get nervous. I still get nervous, especially doing stand-up. I'm a musician as well.
So you still do it?
Oh, yeah. 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 I mean, I still get nervous every time, like terribly nervous, especially doing stand-up. And I could not imagine doing Fallon. I would I would go out there. You look so cool. I would have been bouncing around. I mean, I'd have been funny, but all that energy, I mean, I would not be able to contain it. It would look like Robin Williams. I mean, I would just go nuts on stage with that energy that would just be, you know?
Which that energy would have matched Fallon, so you would have been fine. I feel like if it just kind of went hard with the energy.
Yeah.
But it's so hard to, like, I think the only way I fought the nerves for something big like Fallon is, you know how it is. Do a ton of reps, do a ton of shows, do so many shows where Fallon's just another show on my calendar.
That's cool. Yeah.
That's how I saw it. I was like, it's just another set.
Yeah.
Happens to be a bigger deal, but just another set.
You had a 10-minute showcase the night before somewhere in LA. You're just going to go over and do the Fallon show. You're going to head back, maybe hit a couple of open mics.
Totally. Yeah.
Just work it in like that. Like, yeah, it's just another day.
Totally. Like the next day, or actually, I flew back from New York to LA after Fallon. I was on such a high from how dreamy that whole experience was. And then I went to do a regular show in LA and I bombed. Like it was just a weird room.
Really?
I was in a weird mood.
After Fallon, 100%. You went out and bombed?
100%.
Oh
yes.
My God.
Like there were witnesses. 100%. And the worst part is they introduced me as, you just saw on the Tonight Show with Jimmy Fallon. She's crushing it. She's blowing up. And I go up and just eat it.
Was
like,
it new material?
Eat it, and they're
Were
like,
you doing new stuff or what?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Yeah, I was. Because I wasn't going to do my exact Fallon's. I was over it at that point. So sure. I just messed around. Everyone's like, they let this hack on the Tonight Show? Who is this intern they let on the stage? It was amazing and terrible because I needed the reality check. So back to ground zero I go.
So are you touring? Are you getting out? You hitting the road? What are you doing now?
I am hitting the road. I have a bunch of scattered tour dates all over the. Do people say the U.S., the country, America? Wherever we live. I'm going everywhere.
I was going to make an Asian joke and I decided not to.
Oh boy, you can make it and cut it out. You can make it and edit.
I knew you could take it, but yeah, I don't know. But I know why. There's somebody out there who's going to get offended anytime I say anything. So it is what it is.
I know that's how it works now. But
don't need to get canceled.
Yes, I am going on tour. No, not on this silly interview with me. This is not worth you getting canceled on this.
Hey, you did the Tonight Show. Look. You are 1 degree of separation to Fallon to me now. I mean, I'm thinking, there's a chance I might be able to get on a show.
Me and Fallon are best friends, and he definitely remembers me.
Yeah,
and we are so close. But I am going to go on tour, doing an hour headlining, going everywhere.
How close to Kentucky?
Even London.
We're in Kentucky.
Unfortunately, I don't have any Kentucky, but I did do Louisville semi-recently.
That's Kentucky.
It is Kentucky. It was so fun.
Which club did you do? Caravan?
Oh my gosh.
Louisville Comedy Club? Doesn't matter. Who cares?
I think it was Comedy Club. It was Comedy Club.
That's a great room.
But I honestly I live in LA. I started in LA. I love it here, but these aren't real people who live in LA. They're not real people. Yeah. When I go somewhere else, like Louisville, I'm like, oh, you guys are just people. Yeah. Yeah. You just want to have a good night out. Mm-hmm. You're grateful. Yeah. You just want to laugh, and you don't have you're not industry. You're not, too cool to laugh. It was such a good vibe. Yeah. It was so fun.
That's awesome. So you're not coming back to Louisville on this tour?
No, I refuse. No, I'm just kidding. On this one, for whatever reason, I got to figure out how to get there. Maybe I can squeeze in a trip there at some point, but I'm just excited to get out of LA and be silly, do an hour, meet new cities.
Yeah. That's awesome. So do you know how many dates you got?
I have many. So that means I don't know.
Okay.
A lot.
So, I mean, is it going to be pretty constant? Are you going to be heading back, or you're just going to be on the road, just tour, just date after date?
I'm trying to plan it so there's back and forth between touring and LA. I don't know that I could survive.
I want to get you on a Don't Tell, if we can. Close.
Oh, I love those. Oh, right? Do you guys have those near you?
Oh, we had them right here in Lexington. What are you talking about? Yeah.
Are they so fun?
Yeah. I have yet to, I'm sorry, in true confession, I've yet to be to one. I've been invited to MC one, and I'm crazy busy, so I've got to make time for it.
Yeah.
But
they're so fun.
But no, for real, I would love to get you connected with the Don't Tell guys, because that would be so cool.
100%.
Pop out.
I'm down.
That'd be awesome.
100%. Yeah. Maybe I'll fly there just for that, just for a free Don't Tell show.
What?
No.
Oh, it would be a good time. No. We'd have a good time.
I love Don't Tell, of course.
Yeah. And you've never been to Lexington?
I've never been to Lexington. What's the energy in Lexington? What's the vibe?
Lexington is an interesting little city because it's got a lot of small town charm, and it's got a sophistication that is a bigger sophistication than the size of the city. Does that make sense?
Oh, sophisticated charm. I like that.
Very, very Southern sophisticated. You know, we're the horse
Oh, I
capital.
love that.
We're the horse capital of the world. We got, you know, Keeneland here. We've got a steep tradition of bourbon production all around us. I mean, you know, everyone knows Kentucky for our
Wow.
bourbon, and it's all around us. We've got UK.
I'm down for bourbon.
UK basketball if you're a sports fan.
You know what's weird?
Two out of three ain't bad.
I
Is that what you're saying?
love bourbon. I love charm. I love sophistication.
Yeah.
I love sports as a concept and an institution, but I'm not fans of specific teams. And I don't know if that makes sense. Like,
you don't follow
I'm not
a team.
like, you know, I don't have, you know, every guy. Sorry, and I know I say it with such contempt. Every guy, when you meet them, they're just like, "Who's your team? Who's your team?" Like, I don't have that. I just love, you know, an athlete with good values.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah, if you ask me who my team is, I couldn't tell you. I'm like, team.
Yeah, are you a sports guy?
No, I'm not a sports guy.
Yeah, me neither.
You're not a sports guy.
Not a sports guy. No.
I support. Look, here's my thing. I support my home team. I support the home. Whatever home is. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna support the home front. I'm a homeboy. I'm a local boy. I'm going to be true to my roots, and you know that's the thing. So you know, I'm always rooting for the whomever I happen to be close to, whether it's my high school, my college, my town, UK. You know, I'm always rooting for them, but I don't follow.
Yeah,
anybody.
Totally.
Yeah,
that's kind of how sports works, I think.
Yeah, well, sports also works as an obsession, and you get into sports betting, and I can't believe.
Oh, that's a whole different world. I definitely am not involved.
I can't believe people even understand how to do it. I've literally, these kids the other day, I don't know why, they chose me. They said, "Hey, man, which one of these guys do you think we should?" I'm like, I like you know, I really like he's got like a nice little back. Do you see the background on this photo? Do you see how it just really makes him pop? Like, look at that. It's almost like he's like 3D off of it. Like, I like that image. It speaks to me. That image is just really, and he's like, I'm going with that guy, like the other guy.
Like, people asked you your sports betting advice?
Yeah, randomly for some crazy reason. And he chose the other guy. Chose the guy I didn't choose, whoever that was. I have no idea which one.
Wow. I wonder who won or how the bet turned out.
The whole time I felt like they were playing a trick on me.
Yeah, like, they also, honestly, they probably just profiled you.
Exactly, right? Who knows?
They profiled you as a sports guy.
They profiled me as an old white dude.
Yeah.
Who doesn't know what he's talking about. Hey, Leslie, it's great talking to you, darling. It's really so cool. And I hope you don't mind me calling you darling, but I'm a Southern dude, and I do that, and I know it offends women, but, you know, I don't mean to be misogynistic.
No, I feel like it's a Southern thing. And like one time I was in Tulsa, and a waitress called me darling,
right.
and I blushed.
Yeah.
I was like, "Are we flirting?" Like, I tipped her $1,000. I was like, "I love it here. You know, because it's very well intentioned."
When you come and you hang out and you do the Don't Tell show, and you go out in this city, you're going to be called honey, darling, sweetie, whatever. I mean, it's going to be all over the place, men and women, and we don't mean anything by it. It's just how we treat people. It's just how we talk to people. I
mean, truly, I call everyone honey.
Do you? Even from LA?
I really do. In LA, even if it's someone I'm growing to like as a friend, acquaintance, another comic, I just call them honey.
Do they?
Everyone's honey.
And they accept that? They don't think it's weird?
I mean, from a beautiful Asian woman, of course they accept it.
Of course.
I'm not an old white guy. I can say whatever I want. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a double standard. But it is what it is,
there we go. You heard it here first. This is the world we live in.
It's what I told you earlier, Leslie. We're the target. The old white guys, we're the ones who screwed it all up. We have screwed.
You guys need to be protected. You guys are an endangered species, and we need to protect you at all costs. You guys are in danger.
Somebody probably should protect us from ourselves. Is what should happen.
Truth.
It's old white guys who've screwed up a lot of stuff over the years. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. We're all doing our best, but, you know.
Well, Leslie, again, great talking to you. I really appreciate you hanging out.
You too. Yeah, thanks for making time.